Right, welcome back everybody. A little bit something different today. I've actually been sent over some goodies to have a look at from my friends over at Evolution Tools. So they've actually sent me out this lovely little tool package here to have a look at, and they sent out a range of batteries as well. So we're going to have a quick look at what we've got. I've actually been using Evolution Tools for about a year now. I actually got my hands on the Evolution reciprocating saw and a jigsaw for when I did start on the van build. The jigsaw came in really handy for the van build. If you haven't already, check out the playlist for the Vauxhall Vivaro day van build down below. So I have been using other tool brands in the past, the yellow and black ones, but I did a lot of research and Evolution did pop up. That's why I did give them a go off. Great thing about Evolution is they're a decent quality brand with a decent quality product, and they're not as expensive as the bigger well-known brands as well. So I've been using them side by side. I use Evolution and DeWalt. I could happily just go in the shed and grab either one of them and know that they're not going to let me down. So Evolution is well up there with the big boys with their brand, and you'll find the price is fantastic. So what they've actually sent me out this week is this is what they call the beginner's pack. If you're just starting out and you want to build your little collection up at home, you're a home DIYer, or even if you are starting up a little business and you want some decent tools at a decent price, this is going to be ideal for you. So this is a beginner's pack. So yeah, this bundle, the cordless beginners bundle, it normally comes in at £585 for this whole package here, but at the minute on the website they're actually doing it for £399. So I mean, you couldn't go anywhere else and buy all this equipment for less than £400. So fantastic opportunity there. If you do want to build your tools up, you've got everything you need here. You've got a drill, you've got a mitre saw and circular saw, and they even give you a hoover here. So I believe this hoover probably will attach onto these saws to catch your sawdust. But the reason why I'm interested in the hoover is because I just want a hoover to keep in the day van, because I've tried all these other battery hoovers out and they're just useless. So hopefully, if the hoover is anything to go by the rest of their tool brand, it's going to be a fantastic little hoover. So they're actually running a promotion at the minute on batteries as well. So I mean, if you didn't buy the bundle and you just wanted to say, let's just say you bought this, just say you bought the hoover there. So if you buy the bare unit, what they're actually doing is they're giving away a free 2 amp hour battery with every bare unit that's actually bought on site. So another little bonus what you're doing, so if you do want to get like a 4 amp hour, you just click at the checkout, you want a 4 amp hour, and they will deduct what a 2 amp hour costs. So all you're paying is the difference. So let's just say, for example, this was 20 quid and your 4 amp hour was 60 quid. So you'd click that you want the 6 amp hour, the 4 amp hour one, and they'll deduct the 20 quid off of that. So you're actually getting this 4 amp hour for 40 quid. So whatever battery you go for, they're going to deduct the price of a 2 amp hour off of the other battery that you choose. So you can't be fairer than that. Otherwise, you can just stick with your free 2 amp hour one. But while the offer's there, you might as well upgrade and get a bit of money off and get a bit of a bigger battery. So really fantastic deals on the website. If you haven't already, go check the website out, Evolution Tools. So I'm going to stop waffling and let's take a look in these boxes and see what we've got. Right, so first of all, let's get a battery out just to have a look. So what I'll go for the 2 amp hour one, because this is the one you will get free if you do buy a bare unit. So let's just take a look at the battery. And I've been using these before. I've got some batteries in stock of my own, and they do actually come with the battery indicator on, which I do like. So this is fresh out the box and it has got half a charge in it. Don't know if you can see that there. There's 2 green lights on there. So if you was to get this, I would recommend sticking it on charge when you've got it, just to get it fully charged, because that's the best thing to do. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to use it as it is at the minute. So you get your battery in the box and you get your bit of paperwork with the specs of the battery on it. So we're just going to close this up for the minute. So what we'll open first is the drill, and let's take a look at this. So you do get your owner's manual in there. Again, to be honest with you, I don't really look at owner's manuals. I'm one of these people that just opens the box and just starts fiddling to try and work it out myself. So we'll just take that sticker off. And in that owner's manual, there is actually a little belt clip as well that can be screwed onto your drill, so that would just come off of there, screw that on there, and that can hook onto your work trousers then on your belt. So let's just close this box up for the minute, just drop that down there, and it's really nice bit of weight to this drill as well. It's got the hammer function on it, it's got 2 speeds on the top there, so easy click on, so that's lovely and quiet. 2 speeds, as you can see. So yeah, that's a really nice weighted drill, nice colour scheme, and it all does what it says on the tin, and it actually has a light on there as well, which I've just noticed. Don't know if you can see that lighting up there in this daylight. There you can see that. So really good function. Put it in the middle, that locks the handle. Flick it across, you got forwards and backwards, and yeah, I'm really happy with that. That will go in my collection with me other drills that I have, and there we go. Excellent, lovely bit of kit that, and it's got a nice like rubberized handle. So we're just going to take that battery off, put that to one side. I'm just going to drop this drill back in the case there, and then I'll just stick that out of the way. What we'll have a look at next is this circular saw, so we'll just put these up here for now. And again, I say, you can't grumble at the price for all of this for $3.99. It's a fantastic price. That I'm not sure how long it's going to be on offer on the website. I like that for, but as I say, if you're in the market to build your tool collection up, this is the time to do it now at this price, because I don't think it will be there for that long. So coming into the box again, you've got your owner's manual, you've got your guide bar there, and then you've got a little nozzle there, which I suppose you could actually connect on to your hoover, which will just fit on the end of your hoover there to collect your sawdust if you are trying to prevent making a mess. To prevent you making a mess if you are sawing indoors or anywhere. So again, it's lovely in the orange and black colour scheme. Again, that's a nice bit of weight to that. You've got your blade guard there. Oh, the blade's in there, look. I won't going to show fitting that today. This is literally just showing you what I've got and what's in the box basically. So lovely little saw there. I mean, if anyone does want to see any of these tools in action, leave a comment down below and I will do a bit of a review on a certain tool that you do want to see. But yeah, this is not a in-depth review video on these tools. This is just what's been sent to me, and I'm showing you what we've got, and telling you about the battery deal at the minute, because I say they got this battery deal that's going on for this month only. Let's get the battery on again. Battery just clips on, easy job, slide on when you hear the click, just like that. That's it. So on this, like other circular saws, you have this safety switch, so if you do try and push your trigger in, it will not operate the saw. You do need to push this slider in either way, left or right, and when you push that in, the trigger will function and then your blade will spin. Obviously we ain't got a blade on there, so it's only going to turn that bolt, and as you can see, instant stop. That's a fantastic bit of kit, that. Lovely and quiet as well. Obviously, the bigger the battery you got, the better performance you're going to get out of these tools as well. So I always, when I do get any power tool, I always go for the big batteries, just because they last longer and you're getting more out of your tool as well. So I'm going to just whip this battery out. A little bit of spec there. If you want to just freeze frame your camera, you can have a look at that. But as you can see, you've got all your different angles for your cutting blade if you're doing certain angle cuts, and that's where your little tube goes on where you can connect your vacuum, so to keep your mess to a minimum. So I'm just going to stick this back in the box. So I'm just going to drop that back in there like that, drop the top back on and put that in there, and that's a wrap, as they say. So while we're here, let's take a look at this miter saw. And when I was in talk with Tom at Evolution Tools, the speedy delivery these guys do is fantastic. I say not just this time, the time before when I had some tools off them, literally these things can be at your house within 2 days. They probably could do next day, but I say 2 days, this was here, and already I'm liking the look at this. So you have got a sawdust collection bag there, but again, if I was using it, I'll be using the Hoover. So I'm just going to have to stick you on the stand for a minute. Right, so again, owner's manual booklet, operator's booklet. So we need to lift this out now. Drop that on the floor for a minute. And again, this is a lovely little bit of kit. Fantastic, look at the size of that. Easy to keep in your vehicle, won't take up a lot of space. Blade's already on this one. So I'm going to stick the battery on now. I'll do it this way for you. So then we have a little pin at the back here, you just pull that and that operates your lift then. So you can put your wood in, anything in there that you're cutting, and on the top you've got another little safety switch there, so you can't pull that in, you have to pull that lever to the left and that operates it then. And that's fantastic, that lovely quiet machinery this. Again, that's only with a 2 amp hour battery on that. So I'm just going to click that back down to keep this in its locked position so we can't get no fingers trapped anywhere. And that's locked then. You've got all your different knobs on there to swing your plate around to get you at different angles. You've got your Allen key there, that'll be for adjusting your settings. There's all your different angles that you can cut. You just obviously undo your lever at the back there and that gives you angles. You just tighten it up. Again, this is a lovely little bit of kit this. I can't believe the size of it. It's just, it'll be handy for any little DIYer or someone just starting up a business. And yeah, really lovely bit of quality bit of kit this. Evolution stamped in the tool there. So I'm going to go ahead now and we'll have a quick look at this Hoover. Right there, so this is this little vacuum. This is the tool that I've been actually most looking forward to because this is going to come in really handy in the day van. So I've not really got this to go on these machines, I've actually got this to hoovering out the van and even the cars it will come in handy for, to be honest with you. So as I say, I've had different little vacuums in the past and they've been useless, so I'm hoping that this one is going to be a bit of a better vacuum. So here we go. Again, it's a nice, really light that. You can pick that out with one finger, look. Really light. Get a little brush attachment there, which is a lovely feature. And there's your little nozzle for going down the side of your seats where your handbrake is. Get down there in there. And I presume the nozzle must be inside. So it's just 2 clips there. There we go. Lovely big air filter on there. That just screws off of there. So that's simple enough. Again, I'm not reading no instructions here. And there's our nozzle just in there. So I'm going to click that back on there like that. Stick that on there. I'm going to put the battery just on the back there. Again, got only 1 bar on battery. That just clicks in there, just like that. Right, so one thing I have just noticed is I just actually plugged the nozzle on here because that was the only outlet I see. And when I turned it on, it was actually blowing air out, not stuck in air. You can see, it's actually blowing. So I was a bit confused then. I just took a look on the box and I didn't actually notice it's actually a wet and dry vacuum as well. So that's going to come in even better for cleaning the seats and everything in the van. But I was just looking around it and I see there's another little input at the back here with an arrow pointing in, so the air comes in here and it comes out of there. So I stuck this in the end here, and it all works as it should then. So as you can see, we've got good suction there. So there you go, look at that. And that's a test I normally do when I get these little vacuums. If it holds to my hand, I mean that's a decent vacuum then. But most of the ones I've had, well, all the ones I've had, have never been able to hold to my hand. So this is fantastic, and it's really quiet as well. It might be kicking up loud on camera, but it's really quiet. But I'm going to have to look into the book of this one, because I didn't realise it's a wet and dry vacuum. So I just thought it was a vacuum, but no, this is a good multi-tool all in one this, and that was just running on 1 power on a 2 amp hour, and it had really good suction. Right, and also folks, I've just noticed down here you've got your little attachment, so if you are doing your vacuum wet and dry on your car seats, you can use that as well. So great little handy tool this. I'm not sure how much these are coming in at on the website, but if I was just starting out in the trade or just wanted to build my collection up from my shed, I'd definitely be having a look at this beginner's pack, because you've got everything there. You've got the drill, you've got the hoover, you've got the miter saw, you've got the circular saw. What more could you want just to get you going? So I say, if you do want to see any more on these items, leave us a comment down below and I'll do an individual review on whatever item you want to see. I say I do really need to look in the booklet for this one, because I say I didn't know it was a vacuum, wet and dry vacuum. I just thought it was a vacuum. So I'm over the moon with that, to be honest with you. So purpose of this video was I wanted to let you know about Evolution and the battery offer they've got on through July. I don't know if it's going to be going on any longer than July, but it's definitely going on throughout July. If you buy a bare unit, just like the wet and dry vacuum, they will throw you in a free 2 amp hour battery. But as I say, if it was me, I would upgrade the 2 amp hour to get the 4 or the 8 amp hour battery. As I say, I always go for the big boy batteries. That's just what I do. I always like just going for the bigger ones. But then you've got to remember about, if you're sticking that on there, you're adding quite a bit of weight on it. So you might only want to get the 4 amp hour one, but I say it's nice to have a variation, or get the, depends what you're doing at the end of the day. If you're going to be using your tool for a long time, you're going to want the big one. If you're only using it now and then on and off, the 4 would be a handful. It's a 72 watt hour and it has 50 minutes of charge. That's the 4 amp hour one. And the 8 amp hour is 95 minutes worth of charge with 144 watt hour. And the 2 amp hour, that can run for about 30 minutes with a 36 watt hour, and that weighs 0.4 of a kilo, whereas the 4 amp hour is 0.7 of a kilo. And the big boy 8 amp hour is just over a kilo at 1.6. So there is a bit of weight there, and you need to remember about that. If you do click that onto a drill or something, you have got to bear that extra kilo in mind. So, but yeah, go over and check Evolution tools. I'll leave a link down below. Now's the time to buy the products, because they're actually giving away a free battery. So, and the batteries can be quite expensive on their own. So again, you've got your battery charger there. I'm not going to take that and show you that, because that's just a generic battery charger, just like what all the other ones have. So don't forget, head over there now and get your battery. Even if you don't need a tool and you do have Evolution tools and you don't need yourself a tool, go over there, because they have got a sale on the batteries. Just to get a battery alone, they've got a good discount on the batteries. So really go and check them out. Go and check out the battery discount. This month only, it's deals on batteries. So sometimes the batteries can be more expensive than actual the tools. So get the batteries at a discounted price while you can. And I'm going to leave it here for this little one. And until next time, we'll see you about.